Hi, it's Sylvester. I am a trans man and I have transitioned. Now, not all trans people want or need to transition, but I did because I suffer with gender dysphoria and I needed to transition in order to help alleviate some of said gender dysphoria, and it worked. I am more comfortable in my body than I was before. I am much happier with my body than I was before. I am very happy that I made the decision to transition. I am not in any way saying that I regret it. But a big part of why trans people or some trans people choose to transition is because we want the world to see us the way we see ourselves, right? And I've made several videos talking about how I see myself versus how the world sees me and how it bothers me so much that people don't see me the way that I see myself. And this is another one of those videos. So sorry I talk about this so much, but it's one of my biggest insecurities is the fact that I can't control how other people see me. Now, I am very happy that I pass as a man. I pass as cisgender. Like, when people see me, they assume I'm a man. And I'm very happy about that because that's part of that's mainly what I wanted when I began transitioning. I wanted the world to see me the way I saw myself. I saw myself as a man long before other people were able to see me as a man, and transitioning helped people see me as the man that I am. And I'm very, very happy about that. However, just because people see me as a man doesn't mean they see me as the man that I want them to see me as. And this is not just about being a man. A lot of the reasons why people see me the way that they do has to do with my mental illnesses and has to do with the fact that I suffered with pretty extreme psychosis for many years. But basically, it bothers me that a lot of people see me as threatening and dangerous and scary when that is not at all how I see myself. I see myself as scared and tired and small and non-threatening, and I see myself as cute, I guess. Ooh, I'm just a cute boy. Just cute little boy hanging out in the big scary world, and that is not at all how people see me. And I guess it's good that people don't infantilize me. I guess that's good that people don't treat me like I'm some small, cute little boy. But it does kind of bother me that people see me basically as the exact opposite of how I see myself. And a lot of people are scared of me. I was gonna say a lot of people have told me they're scared of me. That's not true. Really, only like one or two people have told me that they're scared of me. But I feel like my impression is that a lot of people are scared of me and think that I am just a very terrifying, threatening, dangerous, scary guy. And again, it's just... again, this doesn't just have to do with my gender identity. This doesn't just have to do with me being a man. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I am an angry person. I suffer with anger issues. I've struggled with my anger basically my entire life, but it got a lot worse in 2013 after I got kidnapped, because PTSD can often cause anger. A major symptom of PTSD is anger. Not all people who have PTSD are angry, but a lot of them are, and I have PTSD and I'm very angry. And depression can also cause anger. A symptom of depression can, not every depressed person is angry, but it is a symptom of depression. And I do have depression, and I believe I've had depression my entire life, even though I didn't get it diagnosed until like a couple years ago, or like 2018 or something like that. But the fact is, I'm angry. I'm an angry person, and this scares people and it upsets people, and I understand that. I've been around angry people, and I know that it is scary and unpleasant, and people are unpredictable. You don't know how somebody's going to react when they're angry. You don't know if they're going to take their anger out on you, even though you're not the person they're angry at, you know, sometimes. Or maybe they are angry at you, and that's even scarier because, yeah, you don't know what an angry person is capable of doing. And so I understand, but it still offends me because I don't see myself as this big, scary, angry guy. Like, sometimes I feel like people have watched so much true crime in their life, have consumed so much true crime content, that they're just suspicious of everyone, particularly, you know, women and femmes tend to be very suspicious of and scared of men because of, you know, what men have historically done and continue to do, and, like, you know, men tend to be violent and scary, and I get it, but also I do blame it on the true crime phase that a lot of people had in the late 2010s. Don't get me wrong, true crime has always been popular and always will be popular, but there was definitely a time in the late 2010s where it was super popular. It had a moment. It was just kind of everywhere, and I am guilty of, you know, being part of that. Like, I consumed a fair bit of true crime content as well. I get the appeal. I know why it's so fascinating, but I do feel like because of that, people, specifically women and femmes, tend to be a little bit more paranoid now than they were before the true crime phase happened. And I mean, don't get me wrong, women have always kind of been scared of men because they've always had reason to be scared of men, but I feel like it's worse now than it was before. Maybe that's just my perception, maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like people are so paranoid nowadays and so hyper aware of how dangerous the world around them is and how dangerous men specifically are. And I feel like true crime has made people fear people like me. I mean, I kind of fit the mold of what people think of when they think of, like, a violent criminal or a serial killer. Like, I have notes. If you're wondering why I'm looking over here, is because I wrote down some notes of what I want to say in this video. But basically, I am severely mentally ill. I'm seemingly unstable. I used to be psychotic. I'm angry. I'm socially awkward. I'm weird. I'm antisocial. And I have a history of trauma. Like, that is just like a list of red flags, basically. Like, it's a list of reasons why you might think that somebody is dangerous or potentially a threat. You know, like, I really I fit into that stereotype of what people think of when they think of a violent criminal or a serial killer. And I do really feel like people see me as a future mass shooter or like a secret serial killer. Like, they think that I have a pile of human femurs in my closet. And the pile of human femurs in my closet were all given to me consensually, I'll have you know. I'm kidding. I don't have any human bones in my closet. I don't have any human bones in my possession at all. Maybe I shouldn't be joking about being a serial killer, but, you know, I just feel like that's how people see me, and it bothers me because, again, that's not at all how I see myself. There's this story that I've told before on this channel, but I want to tell it again because I feel like it fits into this video. I was at a bar one time, and I was there by myself because I'm a loser and I don't really have any friends, and I was hoping to kind of make friends, and there was this woman there, and she was having a really bad night. She was crying, she was very, very drunk, and she was just going around telling everyone that her dog had ran away, and she was like trauma dumping on people, and like telling people, like, I overheard her telling people about how she'd been through some traumatic stuff and this dog was all she had, and like she had this whole sob story, and it was just, she was just clearly in a very bad place and having a real bad night. And I felt kind of protective of her because before I came out as trans, there's this thing where if you're a girl and you go to the bar and you see another girl there who's by herself and who's really drunk, you kind of want to protect her from people who might want to prey on her. And so I felt kind of protective of this girl. And so at one point I was outside the bar having a cigarette, which I know I shouldn't smoke, smoking's bad, but I was having a cigarette, and she was outside and she was just sitting on the sidewalk, and she wasn't crying anymore, but again, she was clearly just like really, really drunk and in a bad mood, and I didn't want her to be alone like that. So I wanted to go over and like ask her how she was doing, and like, just be a nice guy, you know, just let her know that she's not alone and let her know that there's someone there who cares. And so I went over to her and I started, you know, asking her how she was, and then these two girls come over and they kind of just like push me away. They don't actually like physically push me, but they kind of like get between me and the girl, and they start talking to her like she's their friend, even though these girls didn't talk to her the entire night. Like I could tell these girls didn't actually know her, but these girls start talking to her like they're all friends, right? And one of the girls turns to me and says, "Sorry to cock block you," and like, I was so offended because, like, that's how they saw me. And from the outside looking in, I can understand. There's this girl, she's clearly very drunk, and then a man goes over to her, and, like, they're alone together, and it looked like I was trying to get in this girl's pants. It looked like I was trying to prey on her. But, like, that's so not what my intentions were. That's not at all how I saw myself. I didn't see myself as this, like, creepy, scary dude who was preying on this poor, innocent girl. Like, I saw myself as a friend, somebody who just wanted to do a nice thing and be kind to somebody who was clearly having a hard time. And it just hurts my feelings to know that that's how they saw me, because again, that's not how I saw myself. And it makes me wonder, before I came out as trans, when I thought that I was a girl, how many men did I label as creepy and predatory who were just trying to be nice guys, you know? Anyways, there's another story that I've told here on this channel, and I'm not going to tell the whole story again, but I've talked about this a lot. I got into a fight with a neighbor recently. I was trauma dumping on her, and I was getting kind of angry and worked up as I was doing so. And she got mad at me because she was upset with the fact that I was getting angry in front of her because it scared her, and she said that I was scary and erratic and all sorts of, like, it just really bothered me the way she saw me, because I just felt really insulted. It really hurt me because she saw me as this big, scary, crazy guy, and the way she saw me was very unflattering, you know, and that's again not how I saw myself. I saw myself as just this guy complaining about something bad that happened to him, and it all seemed pretty innocent from where I was standing, but from where she was standing, it was this scary, angry dude who could fly off the handles at any point and hurt her. And, you know, so, like, again, the way she saw me was so different from how I saw myself that it really hurt me. It was it insulted me a lot. And so, again, this is all to say that I don't like the way people see me, and I wish that people did see me the way that I saw myself, and I don't really know how to accomplish that. I don't know what to do about that, and I don't think that it is entirely because I'm a man, but I do think that people fear me a lot more now that they see me as a man than they did when they saw me as a woman, and so gender does play a role in it. But even when I thought I was a girl and other people thought I was a girl, people still saw me this way. People still saw me as, like, scary, and it really upsets me because, like, I don't mean to be scary. I don't want to be scary. My anger is a problem, but, like, I don't like the way it makes people see me. And to me, that feels like the bigger problem is not the anger, but how people treat me because of my anger, you know? And it makes me feel like I'm being victimized, whereas other people feel like they're the victims because my anger is upsetting and scaring them, which is hurting them. And so my anger is hurting them by scaring them, and so they see themselves as the victim, but then I see myself as the victim because the way they treat me because they're scared of me is not very nicely. You know, people don't treat people they're scared of particularly nicely, you know? And so it just really kind of sucks, and I don't really know how to close up this video because I have no solutions. I have no idea how to change it. I guess all I have to do is just stop being angry, and maybe people will find me less scary. But I mean, that's way easier said than done. And when it came to the thing at the bar with the girl, is like, I just have to understand that there's certain things I can't do anymore now that I've realized I'm a man. Like, I can't go up to a drunk woman at a bar and start talking to her because it's gonna look predatory. Or like the one time, I've told this story before, I complimented a girl's skirt. Well, I was walking past her, it was like late at night, she was at the bus stop, and I walked past and I was like, hey, I like your skirt, and she just looked terrified of me. Like, that's something I can't do anymore, is just like compliment girls, because they're gonna think that I'm trying to get in their pants, and they're gonna be scared of me, and they're gonna think that I'm being predatory, and there's just like certain things I can't do. And I'm not sitting here trying to be like, wah, men have it so hard, you women and non-binaries don't know how hard it is to be a man in this world, men's rights, woo, you know, like, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I understand that men have it a lot better than other genders. I do get that, and I'm very privileged, but it does bother me the way some people see me as this like big, scary, predatory, angry, harmful, like not harmful, but like threatening, dangerous man. And again, I see myself as a cute little scared guy who just really wants to be loved, and just like likes to, you know, just try to be nice, you know, like complimenting someone's skirt, and like trying to help a drunk girl at a bar, and just like try to be nice, you know. I'm just trying to be nice, and like, I don't know how to end this video. I guess I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.